Hi everybody, can you see me? Hi Kamla, how are you? Nice to have you here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Okay, so do we have some more people? I just want to start. It's 3 o'clock already. So today we're going to talk about gratitude. Gratitude is really one of my most favorite subjects, which I think there's so much to say about it, but today we're just going to talk about things which are relevant. I'm going to talk about things which are relevant to myself and to people around me, and I think to the society at large. Okay, but it's a topic which I love to talk about because I think that we all have, in the last 1 year, gratitude has become a very, very important topic, especially because of COVID. There's so much going on with people who are having depression issues, anxiety issues. Mental health has become such a big issue. As far as hi Krishan, thank you for coming on. Hi Kanishta, thanks for being here. So I was saying that yes, in the last 1 year, because of COVID, mental health issues have become so much more intense, right? And it's a topic which is very controversial, which is being talked about a lot. And I think that one of the ways to deal with this is to be grateful. So the issue of gratitude also has become more important because of that we need to be able to see the bright side of things and create bright sides if we are not able to see that. Hi Vishnu, that is so nice of you to be here. Or is it Mrena? You're using your son's laptop probably. Anyway, nice to have you here. Okay, so let's first talk about, now of course I'm going to dwell on my own gratitude practice because I think that we know that today a gratitude practice is an important thing to have in your life, right? But I will talk about that later. So let's talk first about generally gratitude and then the science of gratitude, how it is a scientific way of looking at it. Okay, so in positive psychology, I think most of us know that research has shown that gratitude is strongly related to greater happiness. Okay, so if you are able to feel gratitude, and of course that means that you should try and feel it every day, you will always feel happier. So how does that work? All right, gratitude keeps people feeling more positive emotions. It helps us to relish the good in our lives. It helps us to improve our health, physical and emotional health, right? It helps us to deal with adversity, right? Those people who have a lot of adversity in their lives, they do, when they actually feel gratitude for all the things that they do have, it makes a big difference. Okay, so that's what gratitude can do for a person. And it also helps us to build stronger relationships with the people around us. I think that is basically what it has, is a really healing effect on us. And that is generally accepted, right? That it has a healing effect on us. So the science behind it is how does gratitude actually, let's ask, how does gratitude actually benefit the brain? What does it do in terms of when you feel gratitude? What are you actually doing? So when you feel gratitude, the brain is actually releasing certain neurotransmitters called dopamine and serotonin. These are hormones which are responsible for our feel good, for us feeling good, right? So this is why we call them the feel good hormones, right? They make us feel good, and they make us feel good on the inside because they are coming from within our bodies. So today it is scientifically recognized that a daily gratitude practice can actually increase your happiness. It can improve your health, physical and mental health, right? And it definitely also decreases disease. Anytime you are feeling a little bit sick, and if you get into a gratitude practice or you start reading about gratitude, it always helps you to feel much better. Well, at least it does me, because I know that I particularly like to delve into practices when I am having a lot of, when I'm not feeling so well. There are certain practices that will help you. One of them for me is actually to do a bit of reading about this kind of things, to do a bit of dancing, right? When I dance, I always feel much better. I feel much happier, right? So these are the kind of things that you should delve in when you are having feeling depressed or feeling anxious or feeling a bit down, right? Okay, now any comments, guys? If please, this is supposed to be an interactive talk, right? So give me comments, give me questions, give me observations. I'm very, very happy to engage with you. This is what the idea of this whole thing. It's not just for me to talk. I want you all to also open up and give me comments, all right? It really makes this all so much more interactive and so much more fun. Okay, so now what are the ways that we can express gratitude? So gratitude actually in all forms are associated with happiness, all right? For example, the simplest form of gratitude would be what? Just saying thank you to someone, right? Doesn't it? And when someone says thank you to you, doesn't it make you feel good? I'm sure it does. It always makes you feel, it heightens and cheers you up when you're saying gratitude to someone, or when someone says gratitude to you. The other thing that you can do, which is maybe not as common as it should be, is that, of course, you should always be thanking yourself as well. We thank everybody around us, but rarely do we sit down and thank ourselves. And I think that this is a practice which really would help if you thank yourself as well. Feel good about yourself. Thank yourself. We should be thanking ourselves as well. Hi, Anita. I'm glad that you practice gratitude every day. Yes, and it definitely aligns you more. She says it aligns her with the universe. Yes, there is scientific evidence to show that you feel closer to the universe, you feel closer to God, you feel closer to the earth, right? Many people talk about thanking Mother Nature. I think that's a great thing, because there is so much to thank Mother Nature for. And more so during COVID, we actually got to have better skies, better, you feel better because the environment was better. So there is really a lot to thank Mother Nature for as well. Now, so what are the ways that for those of us who feel that we don't know how to start a gratitude practice? Hi Prema, nice to see you here. So how do we start a gratitude practice? That's a question that a lot of people have asked, me. Like, how do I start a gratitude practice? Well, there's no one way of doing it, but I think that what has helped a lot of people, including myself, is to create a gratitude journal. So when you create a gratitude journal, you have a book where you literally start writing down the things that you are grateful for. You can start doing something like a journal in the morning where you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to be grateful for 3 things in my life. You start with 3, but I can guarantee you that you will have more and more things that you're grateful for. And as you go along, the things will increase. So what is really nice for me, what was really nice is that I've been having a gratitude journal for a long time, maybe the last 2 years or so. Well, not as diligent in the last 1 year, but prior to that I was. And when you look back on that journal, you'll see a lot of things that now you've forgotten as well. So it is always good to go back to that journal and to see, oh, what was I grateful for then? And what am I grateful for now? Is it the same? Is it different? Is it new things, right? And it's always nice to add on more stuff, because the more things that you are grateful for, the more things will come into your life. That's the other thing about gratefulness. It actually helps to make things better for you. All right, because you're grateful and you have good feelings about it, you're attracting it back into your life. That makes sense, right? I mean, you know, if you are always thinking that there is so many good things about your life, you don't get dissatisfied. You feel grateful. You feel love. Talking about that, I forgot to mention that, remember when I told you all that this series is called Gita, I Love You, right? And the theme of this whole month is to spread the love, okay? And I think that although I've been trying in my own way to do that, it's in my mind, I have not actually mentioned it enough, okay? And I think that for me, being grateful is also part of spreading the love, all right? And that is something that today I do very naturally. I mean, you know, in the sense that I'm grateful all the time. I'm going to talk about that. That once it becomes a daily practice in your life, what are you actually doing? What you're actually doing is that you're creating that neural pathway, all right, for it to, you practice it more and more. That's why when people say make it daily practice, make it consistent. The consistency part is really important. You do not do it one day and then after that you forgot about it 10 days. No, you need to be, it has to be a practice where you do it every single day. The purpose of that is, like we said, remember the first live that I did, I talked about what you practice goes stronger. Same thing with this. What you practice goes stronger. So if every day you have a gratefulness regime and practice, what do you think is going to happen? Right? You are creating new neural pathways and you're strengthening them. And ultimately, they will strengthen themselves and they create a permanent, grateful and positive nature within ourselves. So by the time, what happens is that after a while you realize that by yourself, you don't have to prompt yourself to do a gratefulness practice, but the gratefulness will come up in you when you think about all the things that you have and all that. So when it automatically comes up in you, then you know that it has become a part of you and that you have shifted, you have changed that. Now that's beautiful. Okay, that's what we want. We want you to be grateful all the time, because when you do that, you will see your life change. Honestly, you will see your life change when things come back to you. Whatever you put out, you're going to get it back. So it's going to come back to you also. Okay, so what are some of the simple practices that you can do? Like I said, maintaining a gratitude journal. All right. The other thing would be sending small tokens, thank you tokens, and motivational stuff as well. Every day when you send them out, or not even every day, you can send them out to your friends, right? Even for couples, like relationships, right? Partners, there's scientific evidence to show this as well. Partners who express thanks to each other, who are grateful to each other, right? And who express it, you must tell it to the other person, right? They have much happier relationships. So take note of that and try and express it to your partner. I know that many of you will say, oh, I'm not used to doing that. We don't normally do that. But when you actually make the effort to do that, you'll see how much happier you make the other person. You bring up their spirits as well, right? And I think that this is where we want you to change certain things in your life. Don't say, oh, I never used to do that. Okay, right. Now, start doing it. Doesn't matter if you never used to do that. It's a good thing to do. It's a good thing, practice to inculcate into yourself, right? It's all about change and being open to change. If you're open to it, you will see the benefits of it. So be grateful and show gratefulness to other people, the closer people in your life. Normally we feel that because they are so close, we can't tell them all this, but it should be the other way around. You should be telling them this all the time, you know. So think about it in your mind. These are kind of things that we have to change. Hi Varsha. Hi Florence. Wow, long time since I've seen you. Hope you're doing well. And so this is the kind of things that we can do. Now, I was just reading a book the other day by Emily Fletcher. Any of you have heard of Emily Fletcher? She's the one who is the creator of Ziva Mind, the meditation. And she's got a beautiful book. And I think what she said really made sense to me. She said that gratitude is a natural antidepressant. When you feel gratitude, it is a natural antidepressant. Because if it is practiced daily, it can actually produce a feeling of long-lasting happiness. And I totally agree with that, because I think that those of us who are actively practicing these kind of things, right? We can see the difference. We can see the difference. So that's what we want to be able to see in the long run. Okay, any comments from the people who have just come on? Florence, Anisha, thanks for coming. Say something, right? That is, do you do a practice? Do you have a gratitude practice? And if you do, how has it helped you? I think that's what everybody would like to know. At least I would like to know that as well. Okay, so go ahead and bring that on. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about my own personal gratitude practice. Now, this is a practice, I call it the Lotus of Gratitude, because we are using the lotus flower here. Now, I actually, of course, this is not from me. This is actually from one of my teachers whom I feel so thankful to, because he has taught me so many beautiful things, and that's Nitya Shanti. Nitya Shanti has got a beautiful lotus gratitude practice, which I'm going to share with you now. All right, and this is a practice which you can do in the mornings, or you can even do it in the evenings, but I like to do it in the morning, first thing when I get up. You know, the first thing that I do when I get up is I do my Gita I Love You practice. Then this is actually the next practice that I normally will do, and that is you actually put your hands together like this, all your 10 fingers, and we are talking about the lotus. Now, you know, the lotus is a flower that comes out of the mud, right? And whenever the sun shines, more and more petals of the lotus will open up. It grows in the mud, but with the sun, it comes up. So in the same way, I want you to put all your 10 fingers in front of you, close your eyes, and start thinking about all the things that you are grateful for in your life. Okay, it could be learnings, it could be people, it could be observations, it could be anything that you are grateful for in your life. And each time you think of one thing, you open one finger, and inwardly you say, I'm so thankful. Think of one more thing, and then you say, I'm so thankful. And you keep doing this for every finger of yours until you reach 10. And at the end of that, you'll be saying, I'm so thankful in every finger, right? At the end of that, you put your 2 hands to your heart and you say how blessed you feel. Thank the universe for making you feel so blessed. Thank the universe for making you feel so supported. Thank the universe for being a favorite child of the universe, right? You feel thankful for everything that is going on in your life. It's a really beautiful practice when you can feel this way, right? And then after that, what is the reason you're doing that? Because when you start your day saying that, right, thanking everything for what you're grateful for, you will become more grateful, right? You will see more. You will see more good things in your life. You start your day seeing all that is good in your life, okay? So that's actually the essence of the whole practice. I mean, there are a few things else that he says, but I will let you do that yourself, okay? And if you Google Nitya Shanti, his Lotus of Gratitude meditation will come up. And then he says things like, oh, and it feels like you are sitting in a whole field of lotuses in gratitude. So beautiful. And he ends off by saying, you know, may you have a beautiful gratitude-filled day. So I feel wonderful whenever I go to his site and do the meditation. Now I've got my own version, but you know, in the beginning I used to, honestly, when I was feeling very, very down because of anything, I would straight away go to this meditation. You know how it is when some particular things that you look at, they really make you feel better. Okay, and that is the Lotus of Gratitude meditation. So just this morning I was thinking about something relating to this, because somebody was mentioning the other day in one of my lives that he's impressed about the fact that I am able to talk about so many things and have knowledge about a lot of things. So really, you know, I realized that the only reason that is true is because I'm so open to new learnings, new perspectives, new things about everything. And I think that that's really important, because if you are very rigid about the way that you look at things, then you won't be open to a lot of things. For me, the reason I am able to look at many things and feel that, you know, oh, this is a new perspective, this is a new way of looking at things, and this is something that I can bring into my life, it's because I'm open. So I think it's really important to maintain an open feeling about all these kind of things. There are so many things in our life. We cannot say that, oh, I know this or I know everything. No, we don't. Let's be humble about it and keep our minds open so that all the good that's there, we will bring it into our lives. You know, there was a scientific experiment done, and they said that, I can't remember now what is the exact thing, but the gray matter in people who are grateful in their brain, right? The gray matter in the brain is much more. And that is also because they are constantly being open, they are open to all these kind of things, and they are grateful for many things as well. I know there was a relationship between two, can't quite remember what it is. Okay, so basically I just want to say that be open, because there's so much new that we can learn, and these are practices that can really, really help us to make our life better, to feel better, and to be happier as people. Ultimately, everybody wants to feel happier. Isn't that what it's all about, right? So if that's the case, try and inculcate. For those of you who don't already have a gratitude practice, this is an excellent thing to try and do, all right? Start with a gratitude journal. That's the simplest way. And don't give yourself too much pressure. Tell yourself, start with just 3 or 4 things that you are grateful for, and then you can move on to more things. And I assure you that as you go on, more and more things will come up by yourself. All right, this is something that's natural. It will, and as the days go by, there will be more and more things to be grateful for, which you can then keep on putting into your journal. I remember those of you who are familiar with Abraham Hicks, or the teachings of Abraham, she has got something called BOPA. Have you heard of BOPA? BOPA is My Book of Positive Aspects. Now, that is basically, it's not exactly a gratefulness journal, but it is also a way when you're feeling down, she asks you to write a journal of good feeling aspects, right? BOPA. my book of positive aspects. So this is really also a good practice related to gratefulness as well. But Bopa is more about raising your vibration, all right, and how you do that. Okay, Lotus of Gratitude meditation. Krishan asks, can you please type the name of the gentleman you mentioned with regards to the Lotus of Gratitude? Nitya Shanti. I can't type now because mine is on a tripod, my phone, but it's Nityashanthi. Okay, Nitya Shanti. Yes, Mona is saying that thanks for sharing. The gratitude practices truly brings abundance. It does. It brings everything back into your life. So practice as much gratitude as you can because it is supposed to bring better things back into your life. Okay, so any other comments? I think it's been 20 minutes already. I'm trying to keep everything at about 20 minutes. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and do a gratitude practice no matter what it is. Start tomorrow, start today. And by the way, you can also do a gratitude practice at night, not just in the day. All right. In fact, I think that it is always a good practice to do it both in the day and at night. The last thing that you go to bed with is being grateful that the day brought you everything that it wanted. And even if it didn't, be grateful for whatever it did and say that tomorrow is going to be better. It's fine. Okay? All right. Anything else? Hey, Najma. So nice to have you here. She's from Dubai. It's lovely to see all my friends who are so supportive. Thank you so much. I love you all. Tomorrow, just let me tell you a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about affirmations. Now, there's so many people who tell me, oh, they don't work, they don't this, they don't that. Well, I am really one of those who has been doing affirmations a long time, and I can tell you that they definitely work. At least they worked for me. And I know that they can work for anybody, provided you do it the right way. There are certain things that you must know when you're doing affirmations. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk about that. Okay? So let me just tell you, so 2 more days before we come to the first week. We're doing affirmations tomorrow, and the day next day, we are going to be having an interview with a health coach who is going to come on with me. And she's going to give you all some health tips as well. And next week is our week on cancer. We're going to discuss everything cancer. So please call your friends, those who want questions to be answered, those who have things that they want to say, they may want to express something about cancer. I mean, anything to do with cancer, I'd be happy to have them. Okay, so please tell your friends to join us on the video. And for those of you, all these videos, if you have missed the earlier videos and you're interested to look at them, please go to my YouTube channel, because we are actually uploading all the videos there for the next 31 days. I mean, for this 31 days, every video will be there. If it's not so fast, just give it a few days, all right? It will come there. I'm getting it in. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.